My voice is shot, so please bear with me. I hope you can hear me or understand. There's going to be a lot of coughing too. I might have to split the video into two, which is what I don't want to do. But anyway, so I tinkered with the camera a little more. I'm in closer, but I'm still not able to get Africa, which disappoints me. The one thing that I did do, because I haven't printed anything out, you can't see it because of the stupid glare. Somebody told me I need to get a backlight behind it, and that'll reduce that glare, but anyway, so this copy of Barbarossa to Berlin that I bought came with two maps. It came with, I don't know which one is which, honestly. It doesn't say on them. The one I'm playing on has the rivers visible on the map. Okay? The other map, where it's a river crossing, it has the blue hash line across it. I hate that. So I don't know which one is which. But anyway, so I have it folded over upside down here for the German orders chart, and as ops things and stuff like that, so I don't have to keep reaching up that stupid corner up there. Eventually I'll print something out. I have another camera ordered. Not a camera. I have another camera mount ordered that is 3 arms instead of 2 like this one. So I'm hoping that I can angle the camera more over the map, directly above it, and be able to pan out to where I can see the entire map, maybe. And I might look at getting a better camera too. This one, I don't know, it keeps telling me that my frames per second are too low for Facebook, so I don't know what's bringing that about. I meant to do some research on it and find out, but anyway. So, turn 4, winter. I have 2 rule books. So what I'm going to do, because I don't think all these cards, I don't think any of them list the winter turn effects anywhere, do they? Because it came with a bunch of copies of cards, these little printout cards and the combat sheets. But I could have swore it has like the rules on it, but I'm thinking that's my copy of Paths of Glory, actually. So we're going to keep the rule book open to Winter 41 so that I know what to do, because it's funky. Which, for anybody that views the game 1, if you remember, I mentioned the other option is the von Paulus pause as your opening offensive against Russia. That represents that the German army spends time and gets better prepared for a longer campaign, so they're not affected by the winter of 42. It calls it winter 42, but I call it winter 41, either way. So, all right. Axis units are in limited supply in Soviet Union. So if I remember limited supply, that means that like if there's 3 guys in a space, I think I have to spend 3 points, not just one, to activate that whole stupid space. I can't strategic route. Movement out. Costs in play. Yeah, so instead of spending 1 point to activate the whole space, if you got 3 guys there, it costs you 3. It overrides the 1. Okay, so that is that. I pre-rolled everything, so the allies are stuck with, they've got to give MO, whatever the hell MO, like I have to take an action. So I'll probably attack. Mandated offensive, yeah, that's what it is. So I pretty much have to attack. So I could probably, if I could time it right, I could take some reinforcements down here in Africa, and then attack the Italians at Bir Hakeem and bloody their nose, but then just stay right where I'm at because Rommel's here with his Panzer Army. Because all I need to do is delay. Did I not draw it? Oh, I don't have it. Oh, I thought, oh yeah. The Desert Army. I get the Desert Army. So I could play Desert Army on turn 1. And then work my way toward the mandated offensive. But anyway, so that, the Germans got hit with Hitler's orders. So Stand Fast is on the 1st Panzer Army here in Chernovice. Try to prevent them attacking here. Also put a Stand Fast here on the 2nd Army. So they can attack, but if they move out of that space, then I get the point. And then I put another Stand Fast up here on the Panzer Army that gathered up here, that came down from Leningrad to try to stabilize the Central Front. So that's that. And the hands are drawn up, so I think we are ready to get this shindig going. Let me bring Facebook up on my phone. I get I hear the thingy when it tells me I have a notification, but I can't see it because I'm in the middle of a live stream. So I'm going to use my phone to keep track. Of anything, because I did post this in the GMT group that I was going live in case anybody wants to view it and make fun of me for butchering the rules. So the Germans, here's a question. Typhoon. Axis places 4 combat markers in any Axis occupied spaces, and I get a +1 DRM for all attacks versus Soviet units this round, and it allows me to attack Moscow, which I have a question about that I'm going to have to ask. There's that card, and then there's the card that allowed me to attack Leningrad, Nordlicht, right? Yeah. Does that mean I can't attack Leningrad or Moscow until I played those cards? Is that what that means? Because I don't see that in the rule book, but then again, maybe it's there, and I just, in one little tiny sentence, and I haven't seen it. um, I kind of had the turn planned out, but I don't know. The other option is to go ahead and play Hercules and take Malta and give me full supply so that Rommel can go pity pat before the British army pops in. I think that's probably the wise play, actually. So I'm going to play Hercules, whatever. Place an axis control marker on Malta. May trace full supply by sea to, and I assume that means from Italy to Tripoli and Tunis. So that is in effect until the Allies land something and they retake Malta. Which, I don't understand this card. I know it's an alternate history, but the Axis never took Malta. They had a plan for it, but they never enacted. Is that just simply what that represents? And then why doesn't it have like a paratroop corps in the game? Just one corps that's a paratrooper that would allow you to occupy, because that's all it would be with paratroopers landing. So I don't know. I kind of don't get that card, other than you're changing history. Anyway, what else? Okay, so I don't get no funky actions. So the Germans will play an event. Okay. All right, now the Allies. I have FDR declares war. But I don't want to do it just yet. Because I can play it as a yellow action. If Wolfpack has been played. Oh, okay, never mind. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. So since the Germans haven't gotten the jump, let's go ahead and play British reinforcements. And we'll get the Desert Army. So we're moving to Africa. So here we go. Desert Army is going to go to Alexandria. There's still a Commonwealth Corps sitting there. Do I get anything? Place one Commonwealth Corps in the reserve box. It doesn't say from the map, so I assume that means you get it from the reserve. Whatever. Oh, wait. There. Okay. All right, so that's the Allied action. Okay, Germans. Ooh. Oh man, if I play Wolfpacks, then that allows, man, how funny is that I have Wolfpack in hand for the Germans, and the Allies have FDR declares war in hand, which becomes a yellow event. Oh, so it almost makes me want to not play Wolfpack. Of course, this would be different if I was playing this with the CDG system solo rules, or against an opponent, because we would know what is in each other's hands. But knowing also changes things. So I'm not sure if that overrides the limited supply. Isn't there's like a list of the events in the back of the rule book, right? It discusses them. No. Okay, not in that one. Again, maybe I'm thinking passive glory. I'm thinking Paths of Glory. Man, I mixed those two games up. Yeah, this is going to definitely end up being 2 turns. Okay, so I'm not sure how to play this. In my experience with card games, like Magic, or even certain other games, when a rule book effect is in effect, if you play a card that seemingly overrides the rulebook effect, it overrides the rulebook effect, depending on the wording too. So I'm not sure how to play this. So I'm going to say that Typhoon overrides the limited supply, but that's going to be it. So I get 4 combat markers. I don't have to put them all in Russia. So we're going to put 1 down here in Africa for Rommel, because I'm going to try to take Tobruk, because it's a victory point. I want to do it before the British Desert Army gets up. I have 3 other markers, so man, oh man. He's in the trench. The odds would be in my favor. I'm in limited supply, so it costs... Oh wait, no. It overrides it. So, combat marker. I think I want a combat marker there, because it says place 4 combat marker, so I can get movement. So 1 in Africa, 2 I think the Panzer. I'm almost willing to take the victory point loss by advancing if I smash these guys here. So we'll leave it there for Africa for the moment. So I get +1 dice roll modifier against Russian forces. Okay. All right, here we go. Africa. So there's a trench. So the Germans are going to be modified. So Pennsylvania, Africa is attacking. As a 5, it's a 1 strict trench, so it goes down to a 4. All right. So the Germans roll. They're inflicting 4 damage. That's before the Italian corps get their damage in. The British Commonwealth is a 2, which goes up to a 3. They rolled a 5, so they're inflicting 2 damage. Okay. So 4 and 2. Now the Italians are attacking. They're 2 strength. The trench knocks it to a 1, and they inflict 1. So 5 damage on the Allies, 2 damage on the Axis. So both my damage will go to the Italian corps. The Commonwealth takes 2, 3. They are destroyed. The trench will be destroyed. And German panzers will advance into Tobruk. We'll leave the weakened Italian corps behind. So pretty sure. Well, no, I don't want to be cut off. Okay, so that's Africa. Short and sweet. Now we go up here. So we'll do this one here first. This is a hex that is a stand-fast hex. This is probably not a brilliant attack, but it's a 5-on-2. No terrain bonuses. So, is there any firing? It's after a 1 shit. Oh, okay. So it's a 5 attack. So it's a 4 attack, and I'm rolling a 4, which is 3. But then I get +1 modifier, so I'm inflicting 4 damage on the Russians. The Russian army is a 2. They're inflicting 2, and then their core gets nothing. So 2 and 4. So the Germans lose 2, which isn't enough to affect the hex. They're going to lose 4, so they're going to lose 3. It's 1, 2, 3. And then 4. And then they will replace it with the core. And then I will retreat 1, 2, because it's not in contact with that space. I'm not going to advance because I don't want stand fast to cost me a victory point in that hex. Okay. Now up here, this isn't going to cost me anything. So this is a... I'm not in Russia. Yes. So 5 and 2 versus 2. So the 5 reduces down to a 4 because of the trench. Well, that sucked. I'm only inflicting 2 damage. The +1 dice roll gives me still 2 damage. Alright, so I need my core to roll really good. The Russians, on the other hand, are firing as a 2, which is a 3. And they're inflicting 3 damage on me. Okay, now the German core. Alright, so there are 2. Attacking a trench, which is a 1, they rolled. So that's 3 damage. Right, 2, 3, and then 3. So both sides take 3 damage, nothing happens. The Russians lose another army, which is fine and dandy with me. But the Germans lose down. So I did not push the Russians out of Bialystok. Alright, now Panzer Army stuff. If I smash them, I'm going to break the stand fast and lose the victory point in advance. But if I don't smash them, I'm not going to advance. Alright, so it's 10 on 5, right? Yeah, 10 on 5. Get back there. The 10, so attacking in Russia reduces down to a 6 to 8. Okay. 6 to 8. I'm inflicting 4 damage. The Russians are inflicting 3 damage. Let's roll my core. Oh yeah. So 4 and 3. The core reduces down to a 1. So 5 damage on the Russians, 3 damage on me. So the Russians are going to lose 3. I don't have to take the other 2. Panzer Army will take the 3 damage. The Russians have to retreat 2 X's. if I remember correct, in wintertime, no matter what, everybody's infantry, so the mechanized can't advance multiple hexes. So the Russians are going to go 1, 2 here. Do I really want to lose the victory point just for the advance? I'm going to take it. Yeah. So I lose a victory point. And I'm going to advance the entire force. Because I want to get behind these guys and threaten. But I got to get reinforcements up here too. Alright, so that's the end of Typhoon. I don't lose the victory point because I've already played OKH Conference. Okay, so allies. Alright, I'm trying to go quick here, folks. I'm going to play Partisans. Okay. And the Russians get to place 1. So the Partisans, the Soviet Union, so everything to the east. So Partisans interfere with communications and such. And they can go on a line. I don't remember if they can go in a controlled city, though. Let's find out if they can go into a controlled city. That's probably important. I think I'm going to go through at least one of these rule books and like yellow highlight stuff and put stars by important stuff with notes maybe so that I can wait, here's Typhoon. I can't attack Leningrad or Moscow until those cards have been played. But now, so I did it right. Okay, I did it right. I may have attacked Leningrad 1 turn too early, though, before I played. I can't remember. I'll have to look back at my old videos. Partisans, come on, Partisans. Alright, here we go. On a minute. Yep, okay. So, I think I want to interfere with Riga. I don't think it loses the control space, though, does it? Does it surrender control of the space? No, I don't lose control of it, but they're just a pain in the ass until I do something. Excuse my language, sorry. So Partisans. Actually, that was an event. Okay. All right, now, Axis. Gosh. I think I'm going to play care about Sebastopol. It is a victory point, though. Alright, I'm going to play Luftwaffe Supply as an ops card. So I get 3 actions. Rommel is going to attack. And the Italians are going to attack. Even though the Italians are super weak, if I lose more than 2 points, I'm going to let the Italians soak the damage. Okay. Oh, I'm not in a desert space. Oh, that stinks. Okay. So that's all 3 of my actions. So we'll rotate down here to Africa because of the out of supply effects. So Rommel only costs, actually I'm not out of supply, Malta. So never mind, I don't have to. So I still have an action. One dude. I think I'm going to activate the 11th Army because he's just kind of lingering behind the lines here. Yeah, we're going to move them. So 1, 2, they're going to move into there with 17th Army so that I can pose a bigger threat here. And the Russians can't get to me through here. Okay. All right, now Rommel. Yeah, there's no winter effects in Africa. All right, here we go. All right, the Germans are 5. They rolled 3, so they're inflicting 3 damage. The Allies are a 3. They rolled 5. They're inflicting 2 damage. Okay. And then the cores for the. Wait. All right. So what are the Germans? I feel like crud. So my mind isn't. So the Germans are inflicting 3. The Allies are inflicting 3. Is that right? Yeah. No, the Allies are inflicting 2. Yeah, because they only rolled a 2. For 2 damage. Yeah, okay, now, the Italian corps are attacking at a 1. And they bump it by 1. So the Germans are inflicting 4 damage on the Allies. So that'll smash them pretty good. And then the 2 damage, do I want to let, I don't want to let Rommel take it. So I'm just going to burn off the 2 Italian corps. The Allies are going to lose 4, so that's 2, 3, 4. That's all of them. Man, they get smashed. So Rommel's going to go 1. It's a mountain, so I think I have to stop my advance. Yep. 2, 3. That would put me all the way to Mersa Mantra. Okay. All right, now, Allies. All right, the Allies are going to take 2 ups. I guess I better move my drinks here. So the Desert Army is going to advance, and this Commonwealth Corps is going to advance. So I'm going to go 1, 2, but then the Commonwealth Corps is going to go 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to take position at Mursa Matra. So that should form a sizable position against Rommel. Advancing any further. Alright, now. It's coming down to it, buddy. Alright, the Germans are going to get reinforcements. So I get a Panzer Corps and an SS Panzer Corps into the reserve books. Okay. So the Allies are, oh man, this is tough. All right, I'm gonna do 2 ups. I think I'll advance up to Buck. I know that it gives the Italians the possibility of putting troops there and doing that, but and then the second one, I'm going to bring the Caucasus front up. One, two. I think I'll put them here instead of here. I could have brought these fronts back up. No, I can only bring one guy because of limited supplies. All right, the Germans. So I'm getting to where I'm forced to have to play the wolf packs, which sucks. But not quite yet. All right, so the Germans are going to take, I'm going to get 2 reinforcements. Okay. All right, the Allies are going to take a partisan turn, and they're going to place partisans. They're at Colonia. I think. That might be good. All right, so now the Germans. I have 1 action left. I can either play the wolf packs, which yeah. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play wolf packs. It is not a starred event, so I get to keep it. So the Allied hand next turn is reduced by 2. Okay. All right, now the Allies' final action is going to be FDR declares war. U.S. enters the war. That is a one-time event. So now, the U.S. entry. So that means total war will begin in because I looked it up. Sorry, I said in the other video, I didn't know when total war began. It begins 4 turns after the FDR declares war. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so in the fall of 42, these total war decks will slide into the other decks. Kind of stinks that you have to wait that long, but you know, hey, it is what it is. All right, so that is the winter turn. I don't think I screwed anything up. And I actually, even though I'm sick, got it done in 41 minutes. So we're not as concerned about Africa. So the partisan placements. I don't think they cut people out of supply. It's excuse me, it's a limited supply. So even after the winter ends, anybody that they can only trace limited supply through there. So if like I had Russians here, you know, these Germans, they don't have a block there, so they have supply, but it's a limited supply because the partisans are in the way. But as long as there's a supply path somewhere else, then they're fine. But that means Leningrad has a tenuous line. So I probably should have cut Leningrad. That probably would have been the smarter play, actually. So let's cut Leningrad there. Nope, the supply is still in place. The control marker, I should say, the control marker. But they can't trace anywhere other. So Leningrad is now stuck on limited supply until I fix that issue. So that would have been a smarter play for the Allies. I think next turn the Italians need to get some strategic moves going. I gotta, between rounds, I'm gonna read strategic movement because I think I have it screwed up. But I need to get more Italian troops down here. Maybe I could even put some German troops down there. But I have to figure out where they would have to come from, because I ain't got nobody. This is where all my reinforcements are at. All right, attrition. Nobody's out of supply. So the Romanian 3rd and German 6th Army are now available to be replaced. The Russian Leningrad and Steppe Front are now available to be replaced. Okay. I think I'm doing that right. So if an army is destroyed, other than out of supply, they go here. 3 turns later, they're available to be replaced. Beachhead removal, replacement segments. So the Allies didn't do any replacements, so the Germans get their replacements. Let me look at replacement rule 14. Okay, so the Germans probably want to bring the 6th Army back so that I have troops, and I have to put it somewhere inside German territory. So the 6th Army is going to form up at Insterburg, and then my other replacement point, I'm going to bring the 4th Army in Warsaw back up to full strength. Okay. uh, the draw strategy cards. So the Allies are not going to discard. Oh wait, I have to discard something, don't I? Oh no. Oh, I screwed up. Oh, I screwed that up. All right. I think you have to keep only one, and then you have to, oh man, come on. All right, let's look here. I've really gotta, I need to write down where the iron spaces are at. I'm assuming the Russians have an iron space somewhere. Okay, so I've been doing it wrong. So the British in Basra should have seized Mosul long time ago. I should have spent a action point because the Russians control Baku. So that means the Allied hand is reduced by 1. Okay, so maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I do get to keep them both. But I'm only going to get 3 more cards, though, because it's -2 and -1, because I only have 1 oil. But you can never have less than 5 cards, so I get 3 cards. It's not great. It's going to be a hard turn for the Allies. The Germans are going to discard the Kammhuber line because I don't give a rat's booty about that. There's only 3 cards left to draw. I control an oil source. Do I have an iron source? Yes, I have an iron source. Okay. All right, so I'm going to have to shuffle up the... What do we have? 49 minutes. So we make good time here. We make good time. All right. Drills are set. Reinforcements have been used. Actions are removed. Orders are removed. Advance the turn marker. Remove stand fast. Okay. All right. So that is the end of turn 4, winter 41. Didn't really go all that bad for the Germans in Russia. They actually managed to make a successful attack. and inflict some damage, but the Russian lines didn't really change much. Uh, Minsk is threatened. The spring thaw rules are in effect starting in next turn, so there's going to be a specific pattern. I think you can't do. There's something you can't do for the first two actions, like you can't do full out attack because it's rain pouring down rain. Anyway, so yeah, so things to look for in the next turn. The British down here in Basra. I'm gonna have to spend an ops and get up here at Mosul. 1, 2, 3. It's gonna take me 2 turns to get Mosul. If I'd known that. So I've been playing the Allies wrong the entire freaking time. They should have only had 6 cards in hand because I didn't have Mosul. Gotta remember that. So yeah, so that is definitely gonna have to happen for the Allies. And then the Axis, they're gonna have to do something to get some Italian troops down here in Africa. Either that or something German, so that I can start absorbing. Because otherwise, the Panzer Army Africa is going to have to take all the damage themselves, which means the Africa campaign will be short-lived. Maybe I should just abandon it, pull all the way back, and just dare the Allies to come at me. But that would be that would be conceding 1, 2, 3 victory points to the Allies. So yeah. Other than that, the Germans, of course, need to make some ground against the Russians if they expect the Eastern Front to go anywhere. Otherwise, the war in the East is going to end quickly because they're knocking on Poland's doorstep. But anyway, Barbarossa to Berlin, turn 4, part 5. Have a good one, folks. Thanks for viewing.